I know you guys are looking at the title like, bitch, that's clickbait. But believe it or not, it's not actually clickbait. So sit back, relax, listen to the story. You'll see where I'm coming from, alright? Okay, let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload my videos throughout the week, and I upload my travel videos throughout the weekdays, and my free talk videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. So welcome to another Storytime Sunday, where I tell you a story about me. Alright, so this happened like a couple of weeks ago, and when I was coming back from Malaysia, going to Chiang Mai, and I was doing like my layover in Bangkok. And I'm not that fond of Bangkok. I know some people love it, but I'm not that fond of it. It's too big and too crowded and too hot. So every time I have a layover in Bangkok, I try to get like out as soon as possible. Like, put me on the next train, put me on the next bus. I'm out of here. Let me get back to my lovely place, my second home of Chiang Mai. So I got to Bangkok, and I can't remember if it was through train or bus, but I got to Bangkok. I arrived at the train station somehow, and I immediately walked up to the counter, the ticket counter, and I immediately was like, next train, out of here, please. Like, how much? And this is right around the time, like, I spent tons of money in Malaysia. Like, I blew my budget in Malaysia, and I was still waiting for my dad to send the rest of my money back to me through Western Union or MoneyGram, and so my budget was like that big. So there was really only one train ticket that I was looking for, and that was the second class soft seat fan train, and it's probably one of the most cheapest tickets you can get. I know that's not for everybody, but if you can do bus, you can do this second class soft seat. It's just as comfortable as a bus or a night bus. It's even a little bit more comfortable. I usually do the second class sleeper train with the fan, or the second class AC sleeper train, but this time my budget was this big because I still haven't received my MoneyGram from my dad, so there was literally only one class that I wanted to get. So I went up the train, I went up to the ticket counter and was like, can I please get the second class soft seat fan train, please? And the lady was like, no, it's all full. And I was like, fuck, okay, what about the next train? No, that's full too. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, like, when is there a train available? And she like spins the computer around and was like, all full. Damn it, like, I don't want to stay in Bangkok for another day and shit. Like, this is like the last bit of money that I have. So I was like, okay, what classes are available? And the only class that was available was first class or third hard seat class. And first class, I have no money. I didn't have any first class money. And so for the third class hard seat, I was like, ooh, I'm not bougie whatsoever. I know how to rough it. Usually when I'm traveling through, I travel like a backpacker. But you have to understand, the third class hard seat is a wooden bench. That is what third class hard seat is. It is pretty much a bench. It does not lay back. It doesn't like recline. It's completely wood, and it's just not that comfortable. And if it was just for a few hours, I would have been like, okay, I can do that, no problem. But this is 16 to 18 hours because the train is never on time, of me sitting or hard as wood and not literally, I can't relax, I can't chill, I can't recline. And so I was just like, oh, I don't know. And then so I asked her what the price was, and she was like 100 and something baht. So I was like, okay. You know, it's like almost half the price of the other ticket, so maybe I can rough it because it's really, really cheap. Anyway, I didn't have that much time because the lady was like, look, it's going to leave in 5 minutes. You got to make a decision because the train's going to leave. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll take the ticket. I take the ticket. I'm running to the train. The whole time I'm getting to the train, I'm like, what the fuck? Can I really, like, do this? And so I'm getting to the train. I'm, like, scouring the crowd, trying to see if I can find other backpackers to, like, reconfirm to myself that this is the right decision to be making. I see one other group of backpackers amongst like hundreds or whatever, like a lot of other locals, and I'm like, okay, well, they can do it, I can do it because I'm tough as shit, right? I'm boss bitch, I can do this. Breathe. I walk up into the train. The whole time I'm like nervous. The whole time I'm like, this is a bad idea. But I get up into the train. I turn to the actual car that I'm going to be walking into, and as soon as I turn, like, doom and dread just like comes over me. Like, if I could, I would have just turned gray. Like, it was like whoa, my gosh. Like, it was packed like sardines in there. Like, it was like no part of the fucking train car that wasn't packed with people. And it just was hot and humid, and I was like, okay, Shamika, you can do this. Just go find your seat. So I'm walking through this little aisle of all these people, and I'm like, you know, looking at the car seats, trying to match it to my ticket seat, the seat number on my ticket, and I finally reach it, and it's a window seat. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's a window seat. Maybe I can do this because, you know, like, I can just sort of lean against the wall where the window is and somehow, like, try to develop my own personal space here, because other than that, there's no personal space. And, like, if you ever been on a bus, like, if someone's, like, taking up the whole seat sitting next to you, it's like, at least you have your wall that you can just, like, glue yourself to and feel like you have some type of personal space. So I was like, okay, it's a window seat. I can lean against it. I can sleep against the wall. I have the breeze coming in. Maybe this isn't so bad. Like, maybe I can do this. But there was a lady sitting in my seat, and I was like, excuse me, miss, but that's my seat. And she was like, oh, no, but this is my family and my friends, and I don't want to separate from them. So please, can you just please trade seats with me? Please, I don't want to be separated from all the people that I love. Okay, like, alright, like, I don't want to be a bitch and, like, separate you from your people that you love and your family and your friends, so, alright, I'll trade seats with you. And she's like, alright, goody. And so she, like, gets up, walks me to the seat, and lo and behold, it definitely wasn't a window seat. It was an aisle seat. And now that I think about it, I'm like, I don't even know if that was really her friends or family. She could have just said and tied to them, like, I'm going to pretend I know you guys, just go along with it. I sit in this aisle seat, and I'm like, fuck, I feel like I just got fucked over here, because now I'm in an aisle seat. I don't have my window to lean against, to sleep on, to rest my head on. I don't have my window, my wall, to feel like I have some type of personal space. I don't have breeze coming in, and it's hot and humid as fuck on this freaking train because it's packed with people. As soon as I sat down, I literally started to feel a panic attack, like, come up on me. Like, I started to get really, really overwhelmed. And let me try to paint a picture for you guys. Alright, so remember, it's pretty much just a wooden bench. And it's big enough for 2 people. But just about big enough for 2 people, okay? It wasn't like 2 people could sit in a seat and spread the legs, men spread, and put the bag in their arm up and chill out. Like, it's just enough for 2 people to just sit down. Again, it's wooden. It's hard as fuck. My ass already hurts. I don't have a lot of meat on my ass, so it's already hurting. There's no reclining here. It's just like you're sitting straight up and down on this hard-ass seat. The other person's thigh meat is touching your thigh meat. Their shoulder is touching your shoulder. The person across from you, their knee is pretty much that far away from your knee. Like, there's barely an inch separating your knee from the person across from you. So you're like there. Like, you're like there to the other person. And it's like, like, I just felt like the whole train and all the people and all the smell and all the humidity was like closing in on me, and I was like, can I do this for like 16 to 18 hours, because again, the train is never on time? Can I really do this? I have no way to relax. I have no way to, like, just chill. I can't. My body is gonna be tense the whole time. Like, you can kind of maybe put your bag on your leg. And by the way, my bag was in my lap because there was nowhere to put your bag. So yes, I'm pretty much just closed in. You can kind of put your head down, but I felt like if the other person put their head down, you literally would just be meeting heads, or your head would pretty much be on their lap. It was just like, I don't know. And so I just started to feel like a panic come into me, and I was just like, literally my eyes was welling up in tears. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I started to think, like, once this train pulls off, I'm stuck. Like, yes, I can get off at some random place in Thailand where, because this train does stop at multiple stops, then I don't know where I am. I don't know if I can get in contact with my dad to get the rest of my money. I'm not going to know what to do. I won't have any money to, like, get back on the train and get back to Bangkok. Not right now. So I was, like, pretty much in my mind, once this train starts taking off, I'm stuck. This is my reality for almost 24 hours, for almost a day. This is how it has to be. And yes, there's a possibility that everyone can can get off the train in the next few hours and not have space. That can happen, and then people can get back on the train. It can be crowded again because, again, the train stops and people are constantly getting on and off. So, yes, it could have gotten better, but it could have just stayed like that for 18 hours. I started thinking, okay, I have to make a decision because once this train takes off, I'm stuck. And as soon as I started thinking I needed to make a decision, the train started taking off. It started like moving and coasting down the tracks, and I was like, fuck. I grabbed my bag. I just like literally flew. Like I probably did like just a couple of like leaps, dance leaps down the aisle, and got to the opening of the door and saw that the train was moving, and yes, it was just coasting, but it was moving. And I just stopped for a second, thought for just a half a second, because any moment now, this train can pick up speed. So, yes, I took a deep breath, and I jumped. I stumbled a little bit, but I stuck my landing, and that was it. That's how I jumped off a moving train. Yeah, wasn't the perfect landing. If it was a gymnastics, I would have got some points taken off of it because I did stumble, but I didn't fall. I didn't trip. That would have been ugly, but I didn't. And as soon as I realized I was safe and I didn't fall on my ass, I kept running. I kept walking my long fucking dance strides down the platform, and like having the train pick up speed and pass by me. And then thinking the whole time, like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, I literally just jumped off a slowly moving train. But I paid for this ticket. I really have no money. I don't have enough to get a taxi and get a place in Bangkok and all that stuff. So technically, I'm stuck at this train station because I won't have any money until tomorrow morning. I can't do anything. So I was going to separate this into another story time, but also the time I slept inside the train station. I immediately Googled, when time does this train station close? Because it was like the sun was starting to go down, and I remember like walking outside and seeing like droves of locals sleeping on the concrete. Like they were camped out. They all had their mats camped outside of the train station. So in my mind, I thought the train station closes, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to sleep outside. I'm gonna have to really do it like local. Like maybe the third class hard seat train wasn't a bad idea. But I googled when does the train station close, and it's open 24 hours. Not really sure why all the locals sleep outside. I guess maybe they make them sleep outside. If they didn't, it'd be just tons of people sleeping inside. But I was like, I'm not moving. It's open 24 hours. I found me a little corner behind like an ATM where I found a socket, because there's no sockets in the train station. And when they found me in the morning time, they actually made me get up and told me I couldn't use the socket anymore. But anyway, for that night, I plugged my computer in. I had like hours and hours of movies on my computer that I haven't watched. I sat in a little corner with the glow of the computer screen on my face, and I just watched movies and was just like praying to God like no one kicked me out. And like a security guard came once, and he kind of like looked at me like, wait, what are you doing? And then he was just like, okay. And he just like walked away. And yeah, so I like watched movies for hours and hours and hours until like maybe 6 in the morning. And then I went upstairs and laid on a bench for like an hour or so, fell asleep for like an hour, woke up, bought my ticket, like got my dad to send me, no, I didn't buy my ticket, no, I did buy my ticket. I got my dad to get me the money, my money, not his money, and then I went and bought my ticket, but it was still for the next day. And then I had enough money to go and stay in Bangkok, and I ended up having, you know, a lovely time and a hostel, and I met some friends and made the best of it. So that's it. That's the story. See, it wasn't clickbait. I didn't say how fast the train was moving, but I did jump off a moving train. Like, a part of me is a little bit like disappointed that I didn't like just stick to it and stick to my guns and like prove to myself that I can do it. But the other part of me is a big advocate of knowing thyself, and I knew like that was just going to be miserable. I do know people. There's a couple, Kara, Nate, or whatever. They have a YouTube channel. They took the hard seat third class fan train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, and they did say it was miserable. It was really bad. It's not gonna kill you, but it was just like I couldn't. So to each his own. Yeah, so that's it. That's the end of my story time. What do you guys think? Have any of you ever taken the hard seat third class train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai? If you have, tell us what your experience was. Was it like, wasn't that bad, you were making too much of a big deal about it, or was it like miserable and bitch I'm glad you jumped off the train? That's a lot of words I just said. Or, you know, any other travel through experience have you ever had where you're like, I really wish I would have jumped off this train or this bus or this plane, or the time you roughed it, or whatever. Like, share your stories with us. Thank you guys for listening to my story time. I have more story times coming up. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to share this video, please share it. It really helps, guys, so that other people can see the video and they come here and they watch more videos. And if you want to continue to follow me on this beautiful game called life, please subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload, and check out the links below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
I was looking down and all I see